Hello to one and all. Welcome in and back into the channel. I appreciate you all coming by. Hope and help you all out any way, shape, form, or fashion. Today's date is going to be March the 22nd, 2026 at 11:08 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or where I am sitting at. Let's dive right into this. So, if you read the title of the video, I've only got one question to ask you all, and that's what this video, and we're going to be concentrating on today's tutorial / blog. I'm going to do a blog too as well. So, only one question to ask you. Are you guys on the right version of your Grand Theft Auto 5 and your Rage plugin hook for our game of LSPDFR? Alright, so I want to show you all some tips and tricks about some things that that I used to do myself, and when I done tutorials, I went back to a few tutorials and realized, hey, that's not the right version I'm on. So ever since then, I honestly make sure whenever I do or produce a video that we're on that current version, so you guys can see on where we're at. So I'm going to show you all some things. I'll try to be short as possible, but it may be lengthy. It may be a lengthy video, but again, I'm going to be detailed too as well. And I'm going to do just a few little edits in here. Not much, but I'm going to do some few little edits in here. And of course, you got the zoom ins and stuff like that. So let's dive right into it. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to open up my Steam, which this is always just for Steam users. All right. On my end anyway. So whatever I do, it's on Steam. I'm going to right click on my Grand Theft Auto 5 Legacy and go to properties, and then I'm going to verify my game files just one more time. Before I do that, let me open up my Grand Theft Auto 5 main directory. All right, I want to open this up here, and I'm going to get rid of my logs here. All right, I'm going to get rid of this, and then I want to scroll down here right real quick, and I'm going to hover over the abbreviated Grand Theft Auto 5, and you all can see I'm on that version, the previous version of 3751. All right, so I'm gonna refresh on that, but I am going to keep this up. All right, and then just to show you all, I'm gonna minimize. I'm gonna keep my Steam. I'm gonna keep my main directory up, but again, I'm gonna do this right here too as well. So I'm going to bring my install files back up. I'm going to start verifying. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let this roll out, because there's something, guys, that if you guys is not on the right version, and I'm going to show you all the difference between the versions and stuff like that. So you all just stick around, and I'll be back here momentarily. It is 11:11 p.m. and I'm going to bring this down here, and I'm going to do this. Okay, alright guys, so if you actually get a failed to validate on some of your files whenever we do our verify the integrity of your game files, it's okay. Alright, that means your game has been updated. Alright, but if you get all successful files, that means you guys is going great too. So no matter what, if you get the failed or successful, you guys is up to date. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of my install files, and then go ahead and close out of my Steam. Now the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to scroll down here one more time and show you all. I'm sorry, I'm going to refresh on my main directory. Now I'm going to scroll down here right real quick and show you all, and hover over the Grand Theft Auto 5 abbreviated. You all can tell I'm on that current version of 3788. Alright, so now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to update my Rage plugin hook. So let me see if I can find it here. This is the 3788 right here, and then I'm going to make this big, just like this. And then I'm already got the files I'm normally made out. If you guys want to watch a updated video to the 3788, look on the top right hand corner of your screen. You will see a pop out box showing you all how to update your LSPDFR, Rage plugin hook, and your Grand Theft Auto 5 all into one, just like that right there. So I'm gonna hit left control A, get on the right one if it'll let me. There it is right there, and then I'm gonna drag and drop everything in here. Let me make sure of one thing here. Yeah, I got it all deleted. Left control A, and then I'm gonna replace the 45 files. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to refresh and close out. Next thing I'm going to do now is my script put V, version 3788. Then the only two files you need out of here, guys, is your dinput8.dll and your scriptputv.dll for your Grand Theft Auto 5 Legacy. That's all you guys need out of here. Left click, drag and drop inside your Grand Theft Auto 5, and then I'm going to replace those files of mine. Alright? So now, if I scroll down here right real quick, alright, and I'm going to click on this Rage plugin hook, and I'm holding my left shift button key in after I click yes right here, where it says Rage plugin hook.exe. I'm going to click on yes, holding your left shift button key in, or I'm going to bring up my settings. I'm going to make sure everything is on, and I'm going to go ahead and save and launch. Alright, so I'm going to hit continue. And then Steam client services, you're going to click on yes, and Rockstar Games Launcher, yes to as well. Alright, so I'm going to close this down right here. I'm going to leave everything up as is, and I'm going to go ahead and turn my sound on, my sound bar on, guys. And the reason why I'm doing this is because, like I said there at the beginning, look on the bottom right hand corner. There's your 3788, and you're going to see that Rage here, just like that. Rage plugin hook is being loaded into as well. The reason why I am actually doing this right here is because where I made a mistake there in the past of some file versions that's not that's been updated, but the file versions never did change. Took me a long time to figure that out. But I finally got it figured out on where I need, on how to update my files. Now, whenever I produce a video like this right here, guys, I want to make sure that I get it right for you all. Alright? And make sure that we're on that current update on where we're at. Alright? Not for, well, I'll show you all here momentarily on what I'm talking about. I may crash at first. If it does, I'll just reload. Alright, and then I'll just fast forward, alright, up to the part. But I do appreciate you all coming in here. You guys is awesome. Don't let anybody else tell you that you're not awesome on what you do, because that's going to bring you down and everything. And it did for me there for a while. I was having people that actually telling me that, no good, and I was a copycat, and, things like that. And, I quit listening to that about 6 months to a year ago. I just quit it. I'm doing my own thing, and here we are loaded in to into the game. Now, there's one thing I'm going to show you all right real quick. If I bring up my Rage plug-in hook console, like this right here. Look on the bottom right hand corner. You're going to see I'm on that current version of 3788. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to escape out, because I don't want to waste anybody's time. I'm trying to be detailed as much as possible. Okay, now what I'm going to do now is we're going to go ahead and downgrade or revert. I'm going to revert back down to the 3751. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so let me bring my files up here right real quick. 3751 right there, and then right here, what I'm going to do is this is still my Grand Theft Auto 5, and I'm going to click on 5 of these. If it'll let me, I'm going to click on 5 of these GTA 5 files. Alright, I'm going to click on that right there. And then I'm going to click on 5 of them. Alright, because it's important to me that I do this. Alright, and then I'm going to drag and drop inside my main directory. And I'm going to replace all of those files, which is 56 files inside. If I go to refresh now and then scroll down and hover over this GTA 5, I went back down to the 3751. Now, stay with me. I'm going somewhere with this, alright? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring my Rage plug-in hook back over to the 3751 and where I was at. Let me double check something. That is deleted. And then I'm going to drag and drop. And I'm going to replace my files. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring my script put theme for that's for 3788. This is going to be the 3751, as you can read right there. Then put 8, script put v.dll, drag and drop inside. Alright, I'm going to replace that. Alright, now I'm going to close it out. I'm going to refresh. And then I'm going to scroll down, hover over one more time, over the GTA 5, 3751. We reverted back down. I'm going to scroll back down here, click on Rage Plugin Hook. Allow the changes, go yes. I'm going to hold in my left shift button key in for a minute. Make sure everything's right. And then right down here, 3751 for the Grand Theft Auto 5 Rage Plugin Hook. Alright. I'm going to go to save and launch. And then once I save and launch here, guys, I'm going to go. And then I want to show you all something. Alright. I'm going to hit yes. And then the other one didn't pop up. So, alright. So, we're good on that. Alright. So, if you look now on the bottom right hand corner of your screen, I should be at 3751. But I'm not. I'm on that 3788 version of it. Alright. So let it load in. I'm going to show you guys something else here. Alright. I'm going somewhere with this right here. So I'm hoping you all still is sticking around. I do got some episodes I am wanting to do. I'm taking a little break right now. But there's some things that I'm wanting to do for you all, and I hope y'all enjoy it when I come out with it. And on that one I did there about a couple weeks ago, give or take, on that episode, I got close to 300 views, so that is a plus. I thank you for that. But I do have more coming, guys. I've not had the time. Little trouble here and there and around the household. You know how things are, right? So my game get crashed. Alright, so my game get crashed. So let me alt tab out. No, that was expected. Alright, that was expected. Now I'm gonna end my task here. And then I'm gonna do this one more time. Alright, and go to yes. See, everything I'm wanting to do right now is, it seems like I'm going to say it, seems like it's going back-ass backwards. It really does. So everything I'm doing right now, it seems like it's back-ass backwards, but it really ain't, guys. It really ain't. So I do appreciate you all coming in here. I really do. Another thing too, guys, on I got a doctor's appointment coming up here pretty soon. I gotta go to I'm back to my doctor there. 3788 on the Virgin, and we're loading into Rage one more time. And hopefully this time right here, and knock on wood, it shouldn't crash. But usually the first time around is expected whenever I'm going back down. So, and a lot of times it goes right through for me. So, that's just a give and trade of the take going into LSPDFR whenever you're modding world, pretty much. So, and in this game right here, I figure I wouldn't be hooked on the way I am, but I'm definitely hooked on this game. So right now, everything is trying to load in again. So we'll see what happens right here in just a second. It is 11:37 p.m. on where I am at. So looks like, keep my fingers crossed, my toes is crossed. Hopefully it'll load in. Now you seen right there twice on where we loaded into the 3788, but we also reverted back down to 3751. Now if I bring up my Rage plugin hook console now, look on the bottom right hand corner of your screen, you're going to see that Grand Theft Auto 5 version of 3751. Alright, now let me read this to you. Alright, it says Rage plugin hook version 1.1 129.1403 17668 public for Grand Theft Auto 5 3751. So what has happened right there is on that version right there, it is reading the Rage plugin hook version of it, because remember we reverted back down. Now where does that set up for you seen right there on the 3788 startup right there at the startup of this, alright, after reverted everything back down, alright. So I'm going to exit out this right here, and I'm going to show you all this, alright. And now I am going to edit this part right here, alright. So let me get back on my desktop, and then I'm going to close this out, alright. Now where I'm going with this here, guys, alright, where I'm going this with here is, if you got your original 3788 version, alright, now keep in mind one more time. Alright, I want to go down here right real quick, hover over the Grand Theft Auto 5, abbreviated 3751. When we starting to load in the Grand Theft Auto 5, it said 3788. Alright, and we hit the Rage plugin hook console, showed that the Rage plugin hook was for Grand Theft Auto 5 3751. Alright, and as you can tell right here under the Rage plugin hook, the file version right there's your file version right there. Alright, so what we need to do is this, alright, in order to bring that 3788 back down. Alright, and I actually got the file to this. I have quit sharing files. Alright, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to bring up it's like I call a bag of tricks. Alright, let me make this big, and I'm going to go back. Alright, and then I want to go to my I'm going to go to my 3751 updated files. Anyway, right here is the problem. Alright, This is for the 3751. Alright, this is for the 3751, and it's your update folder. The update folder, whenever GTA 5 updates its game through Rockstar, alright, it's going to update that folder every single time. It's not going to recognize the older version to the update folder on where we're at. So, in other words, what I'm trying to say here is, as you've seen, we're on that current version. We went to the current version of 3788. It loaded up fine. We reverted back down. to 3751, and then you guys seen right there that it was still reading the 3788. All right. Now, when I put this update folder inside of my main directory, all right, let me bring it back up here. All right, when I put this update folder back in, I guaranteed that this update folder will bring it back down to that version of 3751. And this is the part where I'm going to edit, because it's going to take a while for it to actually go over. Alright, and it's got 110 files. So I'm going to go ahead and replace. That's going to take a minute or two for me, because it's got 204 item files in it. That's going to take about 30 minutes. I want to edit this part out, and I'll be right back in. Alright guys, welcome back in. Alright, so after I got done doing this update folder over here for the 3751, I'm going to go ahead and close out of this one right here. And then one more time, guys, I'm going to show you all. Well, I've already got this updated folder in. And then I'm going to scroll down here right real quick till I find this Grand Theft Auto 5 abbreviated. Y'all going to see I'm on that version of 3751, the previous version. And then I'm still going to scroll down here till y'all see that Rage plugin hook. And those numbers right there is for the 3751. So now I'm going to go ahead and click on my Rage plugin hook. And then I'm going to click on allow for this one. And I'm going to bring this one down, my main directory down. While that is loading in, custom arguments, you're always going to hit continue on that. And then Rockstar Launcher, Games Launcher, click on yes. And then that should take me right into the game right here. So, and then you're going to see on the bottom left-hand corner here in just a minute, you guys are going to see that the update version we was on, 3788, now it's been knocked back down to the 3751, which was the previous version. So, and roughly here in the end, guys, my job for you all is actually get you all up and running on the current version. You do not have to update if you guys do not want to update. If your game is running good, Rockstar, well, let's put it to you like this. Rockstar is going to actually update for you all no matter what. But you do have that option to go back down if you are a Steam user. Now, on if you bought it through Rockstar, you ain't got no other choice. You can't revert back down. But this is a choice that we have right here, and I do love this choice right here for Steam, because if we want to revert back down, we can. I think that is awesome. And another reason why too I'm actually doing this here too is because I've seen a lot of videos. They're saying that they are on that version of 3788, and then if you look real closely, they really ain't. They just ain't updated their folder. And my job on my end is actually get the right information to you all. Alright, that's my main goal. So I'm hoping this video helps you all out any way, shape, form, or fashion. And guys, while I'm at it, if you guys like what I do on here and want push this video out, go ahead and hit me a like button. Let me know that you guys liked it. And hype this video up too as well, where it can push out to more people where they're needing help on their game too as well. Hype this video up. And then if you guys want to see more, because I'm not going to stop for anybody or anyone. So if you guys want to see more of it, this is up to you, and it's always free. I won't even charge you a half a cent to a half a nickel. Everything is free on what I do. Hit that subscribe button, click that bell, and click all, and you will know when I do another tutorial. Episodes is coming up. Like I said, everything's be a little hasty around the house right now, but it is what it is, you know. But I'm going to have one here pretty soon. So if I click on my Rage plugin here at console like this right here, look on the bottom right hand corner of your screen, it's going to show that current version of 3751, just like that right there. Now me, I'm not of that current version for Rage plugin hook. I'm sorry. Rage plugin hook for Grand Theft Auto 5 3751. That's the current version we are on through not Rockstar, but for Rage plugin hook. So you know we're on the right version. I'm not going to force booting, so I'm just going ahead and exit out my game. And there is one more thing I'd like to show you all before I actually go. Now if you're crashing a lot and stuff like that, it's always good to keep you updated files on your game. Alright, and what I mean by that is, let me bring up my main directory one more time, and I'm going to make it big. Alright, now this is my modded version that you see right here. Alright, now before I go to bed each and every night, or whenever I get off the game during the day, or whenever I shut down my computer, whatever the case may be, what you guys are going to do is you're going to go to your modded version, and then I'm going to rename my modded version. Alright, for right now I'm just going to call it Rod. Alright, I'm going to call it Rod. Alright, and then if you guys got a clean copy of your Grand Theft Auto 5, I mean clean. Alright, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go down here to this Grand Theft Auto 5, and I want to hit F2 on mine. This is my original version, and that's for 3586. I want the 3788. Alright, I want to do that one right there, and I'm going to, oh crap, I want to back this one up till I get all the way back down to the Grand Theft Auto 5. Alright, do not delete that Grand Theft Auto 5. Name that as is, and I'm going to hit enter. I want to refresh and go ahead and open this up. Do not mod your original Grand Theft Auto 5 because of this update folder. You do not want to do that. That's just a recommendation. You guys do what you guys want to do. Alright? But this update folder here is important. Important because if you guys is crashing a lot, what it's doing is you might have the updated version to the 3788 in your update, but if you revert back down to the, say for instance, the 3751 in your Grand Theft Auto 5, and what it's doing is it's actually recognizing from the Grand Theft Auto 5 update folder, which is going to be the 3788, and if you're crashing a lot and stuff like that, I would just, I would do this step right here. Alright, and do all the steps I just showed you. And another thing too is well, everybody's going to crash on here. Your game's going to crash. I don't care who you are or where you're from. Everybody's going to crash here and there. My point, one more time, is if you're crashing a lot and you downgrade but you didn't update your folder, I'm not saying that is the answer, but I'm saying that might be one of the problems you may have, because this update folder is not recognizing the previous version that you're on. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully this tutorial / blog made a whole lot of sense. cents. But guys, that's going to wrap it up for me right here. I do appreciate you all coming in here and hoping this video will help out any way, shape, form, or fashion. You guys have a good one, and I am gone. We'll see you on the next one, and peace out.